What's the vibes, YouTube? It's your boy LV, and we back again with another episode of Creepy TikToks that will not let you sleep at night. Let's dive right into it.
I am the reason so many people go missing in Alaska. Hello, my name is Urban.
Who these niggas?
I am a Kushtaka. We live in southeast Alaska where 1 out of every 200 people mysteriously go missing. And almost every local fisherman has a story of an encounter with us. The Tlingit people have been telling our story for generations. We are shapeshifters with evil purpose to trap our victims' souls and prevent them from reincarnating. We do this in many ways. In some cases, we find lost travelers and offer them help, but lead them deeper into the woods to tear them apart. Other times, we hide in groups and lure our victims away from safety into deep waters.
I do not like the way they look.
By imitating crying babies or women. More often than not, they will come to the rescue, but once they get close, we drag them underneath the water and turn them into one of us. And this is the reason why.
Check this out.
Hold on. Y'all going? Let me know if y'all about to go help them. I'm not.
So a YouTuber just got kidnapped by a group of real-life demons in the mountains in Alaska. No way. The footage at the end is the scariest thing I've ever seen, fam. Luke Nichols, a popular YouTuber from the United States, has just been kidnapped by a satanic group known as the Rat people, who live in the mountains of Alaska. They are the reason nobody wants to visit Alaska, bro. This is crazy. So Luke is known as being an experienced and enthusiastic person, a veteran of exploring the outdoors, getting the nickname Luke the Great. He had been exploring the Alaskan mountains nearby the Yupik territory. The crippling cold weather made hiking conditions extremely tough, and as night fell, it was time to set up camp. Luke began to build his snow tent for the night. He began to hear rustling coming from the trees, but didn't pay attention and continued to set up his tent. He could hear his name being called out through the sound of the wind whistling, but his mind drifted as he thought it must just be hunger. Suddenly he feels a presence from behind. Then Simone covers his mouth. Oh no. They start yelling at him in a language he didn't understand. He cannot move. He is terrified. They were not happy. Before taking him to their underground cave, Luke had been recording the whole thing, and he leaked the footage to us to share to our followers. To see the video,
I hate when they do that. Like, I really hate when they do that. But I would like to know if that's like real or fake. That's a good story, but I don't know. It could be fake.
Congratulations, you once again made it to Criminal TikTok, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to hide your lettuce if you've just been pulled over by the police. So if you have a friend who's currently in this situation, make sure to send them this video before they get arrested. Solution number 1 is what I call the balloon method. If you keep all of your lettuce inside of a helium balloon and spread it out between multiple balloons, all you gotta do is open your window and let the balloons go into the air. If you're in a populated area, the police can't just like shoot the balloons out of the air. So there is zero way they can gather this as evidence.
It's actually smart.
And on top of that, when the balloons pop and fall back to Earth, they're gonna be inadmissible as evidence in court. Solution 2 is another preventative measure of even getting caught in the first place. What you're gonna do is turn the lettuce into a capsule and put it into your hole.
Hey.
This is probably the only way you could distract a police dog from smelling it on you. So might as well give it a shot. It's better than going to prison for a couple decades and having someone forcefully put something in your hole anyways. Last but not least, if you only have a very small quantity but you don't want any jail time whatsoever, the best thing you could do is eat it, swallow it, and refuse any drug tests. If you're doing this, they probably don't have enough evidence to actually arrest you, and you might be good to go.
Option 1 is cool, but option 2 is not even an option. Like, what the fuck?
No one is talking about what is going on in Antarctica right now, and it blows my mind that people are just not aware. So a couple of days ago, these satellite images mysteriously appear on the internet, and they are said to be that of a frozen mysterious ship in Antarctica. And since then, there has been a quarrel over the actual rights to Antarctica. Mind you, Antarctica is one of the few places that every country has agreed to stay away from. Now, it looks like they're trying to undo that for some weird reason.
I wonder why.
The Antarctic Treaty was signed on the 1st December in 1959 by 12 nations that have been active during the IGY, which included Argentina, Australia, Belgium, Chile, France, Japan, New Zealand, Norway, South Africa, United States, United Kingdom, and the USSR. And this treaty was very short, but they said it was very effective with keeping people out of Antarctica. And the treaty said that it should not be used by any nation and that it will not be the scene or object of internal disorder. And here are the 14 stipulations of the treaty that came from the article. And the first one stipulates that Antarctica should be used exclusively for peaceful purposes, military activities, such as the establishment of military bases or weapon testings are specifically prohibited. So they cannot put military bases or even test weapons in Antarctica, which is huge considering what they do in America nowadays. It also says that it promotes international scientific cooperation, including the exchange of research plans and personnel, and requires that results of research be made freely available. It also prohibits nuclear explosion and the disposal of radioactive waste. Whatever is in Antarctica, they are trying to protect and preserve it. Yet, as of today, here is Iran that is now saying that Antarctica, all that preservation is their property and they are ready to explore it. Iran's Navy commander said that we have property rights in the South Pole. We have planned to raise our flag to carry out military and scientific work, along with a long laundry list of other things they plan to do. But what's so crazy is I don't understand where all this is coming from. And I don't think if you guys remember when this picture came out, they tried so hardly to deny that this was a ship in Antarctica. Well, look at it. That's literally a ship. Not only that, but there is this Norwegian cruise that was said to stop in Antarctica, and they literally canceled it mid-fucking cruise on the itinerary. It was a 14-day itinerary, and all of a sudden they said, nope, we're not going to Antarctica. We got to drive right past it.
The media wants you to believe that every time.
See, America not going to let Iran just go and drop their flag on Antarctica and start exploring and do all of this. That's why we had the treaty. The treaty was so nobody can touch that shit. You feel me? Like, we all going to leave it alone. But as soon as somebody say, yo, we're going to Antarctica, we about to drop our flag, we're going to explore, we about to go do this, do that. America's not having that. We're going to be the first person to go do that. You understand what I'm saying? That's us. That's how we move. Like, we're not about to go let this country go put their flag on it. What? Kidding me? That's not happening, bro.
Time is a war is over money, oil, or land. No. Anytime there is a war going on this planet, they are fighting over Stargate.
Now, this is from another perspective, so let's listen to what he got to say.
There are 12 Stargates on this planet. 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. That's why the media always uses the number 3 to make things manifest. That's why the Super Bowl was always about number 3. What's going on this planet is this. They use our energy as a key to open up different stargates. Whoever controls the energy on this planet get to control the stargates on this planet. And whoever controls the stargates can let any kind of energy in and off of this planet. That's why it's always about fear. Fear, fear, fear. Because the fear actually let in demonic energies through the stargates. Why do you think we can't go to Antarctica? Antarctica is really the third stargate. You ever wonder why the first numbers we see, or the angel numbers we see, is 1111? 1111 represents 2 doors, 2 stargates. A door to let you off the planet and a door to let you in on this planet. That's why they say monitor your thoughts when you see 1111, because it really is a stargate. But this is the hidden piece they don't want to tell us. There are 12 stargates on this planet, but the people, we represent the 13 stargates. Once all of our energy come together and we become one again, we will be the 13th stargate. We will be the stargate that let in angelic life forms on this planet. But as long as we are controlled by fear, we will be stuck on number 12. 12 months of the year, 12 numbers on the clock. We got the 12 stargates. What about the 13? Why do you think they tell us number 13 is bad luck? Number 13 is not bad luck. We are number 13 because we are the 13th stargate. These people don't go to war for money, oil, and land. They are fighting over stargates. Whoever controls the stargates control the matrix.
All right, let's dive into this NYC trucker crisis.
Here's another video for everyone living in New York State, and especially those living in New York City right now, as to what could be happening in these areas over the next few weeks and possibly the next few months.
Hey folks, Chicago Ray checking in. You know, since I talked to you last time, a couple hours ago, I got back on the radio, been listening, been talking to a few guys. This is real, man. There's guys that ain't going. I talked to a guy, he denied a refrigerator load. Okay, which, you know, refrigerators going to New York City, that's pretty good, man. That's pretty good money. Okay, so I gotta give that guy his credit for that. But, you know, if this goes longer than a week, like they're saying, man, New York City better start stocking up.
A lot of people took what he said and rolled their eyes at it, but this was in a place called Cannon, New York last night, which normally has a full truck stop. Check out this on Sunday night before their Monday shipments are supposed to go out across the state.
Here you go, Cannon, New York. You will see all the emptiness tonight in the truck stop. Trucker strike tomorrow, New York. Good luck.
So I want to hear from you, residents of New York and residents of the surrounding areas. You know what? Residents of the entire country. What do you think about this trucker boycott in New York City and potentially in New York State? What do you think is going to happen? Share this video with everyone that you know. I want to hear from you right now.
All right, so I know it's always two sides to every story. That was one side. Let's hear it from another perspective.
So, apparently, according to the media, and according to some influencers, there is a trucker strike against New York City. Now, I will admit, I don't have the biggest following, but it's a fair amount. It's fair amount enough that, you know, people just randomly walk up to me like, hey, it's good to meet you. I've seen your videos, and I have no idea who they are. And if you do that and I give you a blank look, I promise you, I'm not trying to be a dick. I just don't know who you are, but I'm happy to meet you and talk to you. But anyway, so this trucker strike, nobody's talked to me about it. And I know a lot of other guys on other platforms are like, yeah, no, we've never talked about it either. So one, it's not happening. There's no strike against New York City. Not over the Trump case. Now, I will tell you this. There is a lot of us that refuse to go in the boroughs.
And he's going to keep it real.
I won't even cross the GW Bridge. I will go through pains to get permits to take me around 287 and drop me out on 95 to go up to New England, as opposed to crossing the GW. Now, why have so many truckers just simply refused to go to the boroughs? Because parking is non-existent. You can't get anywhere near it. It's wildly expensive getting into the city and getting out with the tolls. Traffic is horrendous. You'll lose a whole day going in and coming out. And if you tried to plan a load, your next load, you're probably going to lose it because you're going to lose so much time getting in and out. Then you got lumpers, but that's everywhere. And crime is wild. Then you got people making money tattletaling on you for running your truck. I'm not going to sit in my truck and freeze or sweat. You can suck my left nut. I'm not doing it. So I'm just not going to go there. I have not been to the boroughs in 15 years. There's a lot of us that would be like, no, not doing it, no more. And there's people in the industry that never been that go one time. They're like, no. And it's such a problem that trucking companies that say, we are forced dispatch. You will go where we tell you to go. Will not force a driver to go to New York City. We'll say, are you willing? And they will pay a bonus to try to get you to go. Also, a lot of guys don't go because they've got 53-foot trailers. There's areas in New York City where you cannot have a 53-foot trailer by law. So it has to go on something shorter. So here's the thing, guys. There's no trucker strike over this court case. Yes, some guys are mad. Yes, some that have got a big following have gone viral talking like, oh, we're not going to go. It's like Colorado. They didn't stop going to Colorado. Colorado flinched because of a bunch of blowhards talking. You can't get two drivers to agree the sky is blue or it's raining, and they're standing out there getting drenched. That's just a simple fact of the matter, folks. Don't get your pennies in a wad. Wash the sand out of your... it's not happening, guys. I promise you. It's not going to happen. Not over that. But more and more people are refusing to go because of other issues. And unless y'all get a handle on this stuff, it's going to get worse. And your goods are going to get more expensive.
Makes sense to me. Let me know how you feel about that down below in the comments, because we just heard from the horse's mouth itself.
To this pastor, and this pastor was like, y'all young people's finding out the secret. And I asked him, what secret is he talking about? He said, yes, America is Egypt. He was like, that's what the Seminole War was about, the Louisiana Purchase was about. And he was like, Look up this map. It's called Tamari. And he say, y'all, it's Tamarikans. So I went to look up at the map, right? And I was amazed he was right. He was like, that's y'all true nationality. And he was like, when the Seminole War broke out, that's when they won and they took over America and started calling them Americans, and they spelt it different. And the Bible is based upon y'all. All pastors know this, Freemasonry know this, everybody know this.
Pyramid on the Nile in Northeast Africa doesn't have stair steps going up it. It doesn't have temples on top of its summits. They could not go and break through the boat on the temples atop those great pyramids. There are none there. And that was the clue that Egypt was writing about the Americas. And the deeper I got into the records, the clearer it got. They started actually saying, and because Amun loved that land so much, he said this is the beloved land, and that word was Mary, the beloved. Mary, M-E-R-I, Mary. And the land, of course, as before, is Ta, the beloved land, Ta-Mary. And they kept that name and just put the Ta on the end of it. So Ta-Mary became a Mary-Ta. We simply say America. We kept the name that Egypt gave to the Americas. So that was the big mystery behind that $10 million map that Martin Waldseemüller made and then put the name America on it in 1507. And then those who knew and those who were trying to hide things said, wait a minute, you can't put that name on here. And the next time he reprinted that map, it was off. It was gone. Because that's the name that Egypt had given the land.
Now you know your nationality.
It hit different. Do your homework.
Even China. China don't want to admit that the original people in China that brought forward the dynastic periods of China were black. Japan doesn't want to admit that the original shogun was the priesthood that was brought from Kush. Indians don't want to admit that the Harappa and the Mohenjo-Daro civilizations were formed by Kushites. Koreans don't want to admit that Africans brought Koreans onto the islands of Japan, met another African people known as the Ainu, and created what we today call the Japanese culture. Even in America, they don't want to admit that the original people were the Twa people over 100,000 years ago, coming to this part of the world.
Now, guess where all these Asians get all their traits from? A tribe called the Khoisan tribe. Guess where the Khoisan tribe is located at? Guess where, y'all? They are located in Africa. Why we don't hear about them like that? That's a real question, family.
Right.
I know we laughing and having fun, but we still gotta look at that. We saw CC Kids, Man, Lil Tay, all type of motherfuckers.
Man.
Meet the Khoisan tribe, y'all. This is the tribe where Asians get all their features from. And as you can see, these are black people. All is being revealed. All is being revealed. These are the Khoisan, one of the oldest lineages on the planet.
Shout out to my boy Just for sending me that video. Good looking, bro. I did not know any of this until I saw this video. I'm not even gonna cap. And you learn something new every day. I appreciate it.
I keep telling y'all, man, the world is the stage.
Here we go.
Look at your guy, man. Louis Farrakhan. Getting inducted in. He belongs to the club, too. Nothing new under the sun, man. All of y'all have been bamboozled. The world is the stage. It's not what you think it is, man. You're not a part of the club. But let's get to it.
I used to believe in this. You work hard, you do your best, you'll move up. I believed that. Until I understood these secret societies. I was like, wait a minute. You have enough people that in this stuff tell you, no, it's who you know. Then you begin to understand, now there's certain ceilings you can hit. That if you're not a part of these if the gatekeepers don't open the door for you, you don't get in. You don't believe me. I'll show you how. They used to have something called guilds. It was like unions. Like if you know what unions are. And you had to be a part of a guild in order to get the work. And if you wasn't a part of that, like it is, sort of like it is now, where if you're part of a union, you get the doors open for you to get certain work. You understand what I'm saying? They hold the keys to that door. And when you get with them, they get you better jobs, more higher paying jobs. And you get job security more than if you was out here on your own getting lower paid jobs because there's nothing backing you. But for them doing that for you, you pay dues. You must pay them in order to stay in their guild. You got what I'm saying? Well, this is how it kind of works, is that the boule are the brightest. Now, okay, let me hit you with this first to give you some understanding. This is where the boule is formed by the Greek fraternities. The black Greek fraternity. I told you it's all about the Greeks. It's the black Greek fraternities, and these that was formed in Howard University, and a lot of those famous black universities, and it's also part of the Prince Hall Masons and the Elks. These are the secret societies in the hood that you don't even know that they here. These are the people, these are your councilmen and your aldermen and people that get up in high positions, and you wonder, how do they get in them positions? And it don't matter how well this person is liked or loved, if they don't have the favor of the king, they don't get in. The advisors of the king, they get in because they are going to do what the king wants them to do, and that's to kill any black messiah. That was the goal. That's how they killed Malcolm X. Malcolm X knew about the boule. And if I really want to bless you, to really mess you up, Martin Luther King was part of the boule. They killed him because he went against them. He was in it. He went against them when he started talking about white stuff. And white stuff was that Vietnam War. When he started talking about the Vietnam War, it's over. That's their business. This is the king business. Your job was to manage the Negroes. We put you in a position.
I hope y'all tapped in, because a lot of stuff he's saying is making sense. The math is mathing.
Y'all hear what I'm saying? This is the reason why Jesse ain't done nothing. Al ain't done nothing. These are 33rd degree Freemasons. How they gonna do something when they are in position to manage you for white supremacy? Didn't think you learned that in church, huh?
Did you know that Reverend Al Sharpton, radio show host, TV personality, civil rights activist, pastor, creator of CNBC, and the 2004 Democratic nomination for presidential election, was an FBI informant? Now, all Sharpton always seems sketchy to me and industry planning to me. I'll never trust a pastor that's rich as hell, but steady lying. I did the research so you don't have to, so this is where it gets messy. All legends started in 1984. Sharpton calls the FBI. Hey, Salvatore Pacello, this man that be in the music industry, wants to kill me because I'm threatening to stage boycott unless black people get motherfucking paid for that Michael Jackson too. I can support that, my brother. I could get behind that. I like that cause. Then, I'm telling y'all, this motherfucker always lying. He claimed that a Gambino soldier named Joe Bonner set up the meeting at which Pacello threatened to unalive Sharpton. Oh, T, you telling you really snitching, okay? Sharpton even said that Pacello was so mad he went from LA to New York across the country to hold a gun to his face and unalive him. But the book that Al Sharpton released has no mention of Banner. What happened to Banana? Now, of course, Sharpton didn't say that he knew Banner. That Banner was his homeboy for real. But he does say that he was scared for his life, so he called the FBI like, hey, I need some help. And reported the Pacello encounter, okay? Now, Sharpton's so scared by the threat, set up 10 face-to-face meetings with Banana, not Pacello. Then the truth came to light. This is where he steady fucking lying. Come to find out, Sharpton been cooperating with the FBI for 9 months before Pacello's alleged threats. The one that prompted him to first contact the federal agents anyway. So he been snitching. 3 months after he was filmed talking about cocaine to an undercover agent. Sharpton showed up to a Manhattan apartment to meet with the undercover agent who he thought was a former South American drug lord seeking to launder money. But instead, the FBI bombarded him and raided him with that video, and on the spot he said, oh yeah, I'ma tell on everybody I know. Wow. He lied about the time and the motive for him becoming an FBI informant. He don't think he was a rat or a snitch, and he says, keep in mind, the motherfucker always lying. He didn't even know the FBI considered him an informant. What? So what were And all that money that he got from like his handler or whatever, that was just a gift because she wanted to suck his dick. And as he explained, he was just a victim looking for Uncle Sam's protection and intervention. You're a snitch, bitch, and a lying ass hoe. God don't like ugly, so he for surely don't like your black ass. Sorry.
Yo, let me know how y'all feel about that down below in the comments. I mean, I already knew Sharpton was a little sketchy from the get-go. Let's start there.
The Row Hotel. This is one of the 5 hotels that has been transformed into a shelter. So we're gonna walk in there and see what kind of operation they're running inside.
This hotel was elite. Like, I don't know what's going on with it now. Supposedly it's a shelter, but this was like a 4 or 5 star hotel, the Row Hotel back in the day.
This is a really nice hotel. How's it going?
How can I help you?
Oh yeah, we were just checking out the hotel.
Oh, the hotel is closed, I'm sorry.
It's closed? But there's a ton of people in here right now.
It's a shelter now.
Because it's a shelter now.
Oh, you guys, it's shelter for the migrants coming in?
Yeah, it's no longer open to the public. It's closed to the public.
How many floors is it?
30.
30 floors. This thing is...
Yeah.
You guys aren't allowed to talk about it?
Yeah.
Why is it like such a big secret, do you think?
I don't know. We just follow orders.
When hotels such as the Row Hotel close until further notice, they sign a contract with an outside source saying that they will pay the rent in order for them to house the migrants. And the hotels love it because it is guaranteed money every single night. And at a rate of $200 per night at the Row Hotel, and with 1,331 rooms, that is $260,000 a day, $1.8 million a week, and $7.2 million a month. And all that money is guaranteed.
Guaranteed paper. Join my Discord, link is in the description below if you ever want to send me some videos to share here on my channel. Peace.